Hello and welcome to Highlights. This is a program by the Fortified City International Ministries here in Minnesota, USA. And we are glad to be back here on the platform. Today we are in studio with a very, very hardworking young lady, and we're going to be having a discussion concerning the work she does. At the same time, today we're just having this discussion, open discussion, and it's called What's on Your Mind. So if you have something on your mind and you want to call us and let us know what is on your mind, this is the number, which is 952-201-9287. You can call that number or WhatsApp and tell us exactly what is on your mind. Uh, at the same time, we'll encourage you to please like, comment, and share our broadcast. Stay tuned as we continue our discussion. And we want to say welcome again. I want to say welcome to you, Joetta. Welcome to Highlights this morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
It's good to have you with us. Before we go into our question this morning, I just want you to just tell us briefly who is the CEO, because when I see your profile on Facebook, I see the CEO. Tell us briefly in just 2 minutes maximum. Tell us who the CEO is.
Yeah, firstly, I am Joetta Glory Conway from Broadview District 17. I am the founder and the CEO of the Mind Pioneer Corporation, where I deal with disabled people and disadvantaged youth within Liberia.
Thank you. That's the voice of the CEO. If you are just joining us, this is Highlights and on Fortify City TV. Jordan, I want us to, tell us please how you started this whole foundation, because I saw Joanna Foundation, and you work with the vulnerable in the society. Just give us a brief history of the organization.
Okay. The reason why I decided that organization I founded 2016. And the reason why I decided to open that NGO is because of my experience that I'm having within Liberia, with the citizens within Liberia and our politicians also. I found that NGO because when you take the street of Monrovia, our disabled family, the only time people recognize them or associate ourselves with them within Liberia, except they are in a political season or they want to prove to Liberia that they are helping the disabled family. So I decided to outreach to them to see how best I can be a help and work together with the Liberian people, other NGOs within Liberia to see how best we can create a platform to empower these old folks within Liberia. Because going to them, giving them money or sharing rest with them, they don't need all of that. They need a platform where we can be able to generate, to shelter them, to clothe them, and take them from on the streets. Because they are depending on real Liberian. They don't have family in which they are on the street begging. So I decided to fund this NGO to be a help to our disabled people within and out of Liberia. Those I'll be working with.
Well, that's a good initiative, and it's a huge tax. And I want to ask, why are you so passionate about the vulnerable, you know, uh,
Actually,
uh,
most of the time when people ask me why you really see that important, you want to help the people, what is your dream, what is your vision? So other
mhm.
people ask me whether I get interest to be a representative or to become a politician. So I
Uh-huh.
said, no, it's not that I'm not having a dream to become a politician, other things. But these people within Liberia, they need our help. We know our
That's right.
economic system within Liberia. They don't have family. There is no job. There is no opportunity. So we, as a Liberian, I need to associate myself with them to see how best I can be a help to their life and be a help to their family. So I'm working in putting system in place with them. I deal with them at every month when I go, I share things with them and other things. We sit down and talk.
So, how is it going so far? How do you get support? How do you do that? Because it's not
So
easy to work with people with a especially community initiative. It's not easy to continue a vision out of pocket. When I mean out of pocket, I mean you're doing everything on your own. How has how is it going? Or are you getting some support from
my
somewhere?
yeah. My challenge I'm facing within Liberia now when I'm going to these people, the disabled people and the disadvantaged youth, people think that I have money, but it's not that. But if you have passion in what you want to do, whether you have money or not, I'm depending on God. I'm not working with anyone. I'm doing my job alone. I don't have support from anywhere. There is nobody within Liberia that is supporting me or have made impact in the life of my foundation. But whenever I go to them, first thing they have to see how best you can motivate these
Mhm.
disabled people on the street. You talk to them, you counsel them, and tell them the challenges we are having within Liberia and some of the challenges we are having within life. So after talking to them and other things, you visit their various homes and things, check where they are living and other things, and I have most of the time by giving them rest and other things at the end of the month. If I take pay and other things, it's not actually about money, but making them to feel comfortable within the country that people out there is recognizing them and people out there want to help them. So they shouldn't be able to lose hope.
Yeah, yeah. And there was a time that I saw, I think, some sick person on your page or something like that. And how do you do that when they are sick and they come to you? How do you handle that situation? Because to
Like in
work.
Liberia, we say we have government hospital that is free. But
Mhm.
right now, I can be bold to tell you that there is nothing free in Liberia. The government hospital you go to, there is no bed. The government hospital you go to, you don't have access to enter. And most of the time, if I go to my disadvantage, you within the various ghettos and other things, these people are suffering from cold. These people are sick. Money get different kinds of sickness. So whenever I go to them, talk to them, and counsel them, the reason why I don't really do video of them being in the ghetto, people can use it and share it to other group chat and other things and use it for the political career and other things. So I don't record them when I'm in the ghetto with them this time. So I just go talk to them and take picture. But whenever I enter in the ghetto or whatsoever place I'm at, and I see that one or two persons sick there, I take it to the hospital and see how best I can treat it. But it's not on government or any church organization, but I do it for my own pocket.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And have you in your conversation with these people, uh, have you asked them why they're still over there? Because I know they are not every one of them uh, don't have family. There are some that have families. There are some that have relatives. Have you asked them why they prefer being over there than being with the family?
Yeah, whenever I go there, first thing it's not about taking food to them. It's not really my aim. The reason why I cook and care food to them every Saturday is because whenever I'm going to them, talking to them, the amount of money I will leave with them, but if I cook, it will be a help because I don't want to give them money to go and smoke or do other things. So I just
That's
decide we'll have our meeting, we eat and have fun. But most of the time, whenever I'm talking to them, is that I ask them what are the challenges you people are facing and what
mhm.
are the reasons why you people is living in a ghetto place that is not comfortable in other things and why you people decide to take just in other things. So most of the time, some of them say it's because of family problem. Some of them lost their parents during the war. Some of them, their parents don't have support. Some of them, they don't have job within Liberia. Some of them, there is no business, there is no opportunity. But not everyone that is in the ghetto really decide to go there. And the reason why these guys now is going in the ghetto is because, like example, we have our disabled people on the street begging for money. People
Yeah.
who cannot see. If you notice that these people that is on the street with these children from 13 years old, 16, 15 years old, you are abusing that child, putting that child on that street to go and help you to be able to beg for money. At the end of the day, if that
Mhm.
child get news to the street, that child will start going to the ghetto. That child will start coming out in a way that is not decent. That child will start living a street that. So these are the reason why most people, most children are getting in the ghetto. But when we attack, the first thing before you stop anyone from taking drugs within Liberia, you have to stop drugs from the border.
Mhm.
Before you stop anyone from taking drugs in Liberia, you have to stop drugs from the airport. These guys they within the ghetto, they don't have the money to get in plane to go buy drugs. These
That's
guys
right.
they in the ghetto, they don't have the money to go out of countries, out of time to go and buy drugs. We business people that have connection, we are the one bringing drugs to them in Liberia. And
Mm.
these guys they in the ghetto, they are educated young men. These guys
Mm.
they in the ghetto, they have different trade in them. They have the different talent and other things. So if you want to stop these guys then from taking drugs, first they create a job where you will keep them busy to be
Mhm.
able to help themselves and to be able to help the country. You have to put system in place before you stop talking to them to stop taking drugs. Because I don't have anything to do. And like example, I'm home 24 hours. I don't have job. I'm not doing business. I'm not doing anything. So if my friend call me and say, Jordan, let's go to club all the time because I'm vulnerable, I don't have anything doing. I was always follow my friend to go keep myself busy in the club to have some fun and other things. And at the end of the day, I will get used to that club life.
That's right.
Yeah. And one other time I went to MCC office, I told them we can empower these guys thing. If you take the street of Morovia today, Morovia is dirty. Our marketplaces is dirty. Our community, our drainages and other things.
Mm.
MCC is not actually doing the work they're supposed to do. So how can you empower this disadvantaged youth that have the passion and strength to do the work? Give these guys a job. Let them be able to maintain all of the community, all of the drainages within Liberia, and you put them on payroll.
That's a good suggestion. That's a
Yeah, and
that's a
you put
very
them
good
on
one.
payroll. So when I went to MCC office, I told them about it. So I decided to ask them whether they are serious to do the job. So whenever I go there on Saturday, I put these guys there in the community. We clean the community, we clean the drainages and things. At the end of the day, I don't give them money. I just give them food to be able to eat, to appreciate them. So not everybody got to do office work. Not everybody got to work with NGO and other things.
That's
These
right.
are common things within the community. You can use them as a community task for guys to be able to maintain the community. That our drainages, our dirt in the paper marketplace and other things, we can use these guys then to be able to clean our society, our community, and our streets.
Mm.
But the only time people associate themselves with them within the ghetto when we are getting in election season. Politicians go there to talk to them, to take pictures, to post it on Facebook, to prove to
Mm.
Liberia that they love the country and they are willing to change the disadvantaged youth life. So most of the time when I'm entering the ghetto, these are the problems, these are the challenges. The people always telling me, say, Jordan, we don't want you to take our pictures and other things because politicians come and do the same thing to us. So we all need to stop that attitude. If you cannot help somebody, don't use the person's story to go and build up your life.
Mm. That's a message. Have you ever reached out to the Ministry of Youth and Sports concerning this
No,
initiative you talk about?
no, no.
Yeah, I think it is something you can expand
And
the.
another thing that challenge this very nation and other things, rest business is hard. And this
Mhm.
nation in Liberia, they are not on payroll. People is not donating to them like every month.
Mhm.
Whatsoever resources the people have them going in the market every day and other things. Now rest business is very high within Liberia. Other people will call me, send me text message. Right away, I will screenshot some text message and send it to you. Right, there is no rest. The girls they in the rehab and other things, they are hungry and other things. Rest is very expensive within Liberia. There is no rest in Liberia. So I'm asking the government of Liberia if you people can be able to reach out to this very orphanage home, to this very rehab center, to be able to go and help the people there. Because not everyone can afford the rest press right now in the market.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The orphanage. Yes,
Yeah, the
that's
orphanage home.
yeah. So how many of the orphanage homes you have affiliated with?
All I work with Kiade Foundation within Cornwall, and I work with the School of the Blind within Cornwall.
Okay. And you live
Yeah.
in Cornwall?
No, I live Broadville.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I live
Wow.
Broadville.
So I know there are a lot of the disadvantaged youth, the girls, uh they are part of the whole thing. So those that get pregnant as like that, how do they manage? How do they go to the
Most
hospital
of
or
the
they get treatment?
time, to be frank, Liberian, we are very wicked to each other. Most of the time, these disadvantaged girls then get pregnant and other things. In case of Liberian people helping them, they will go to the children at the hospital, buy the child and carry the child. Or at the end of the day, children not be able to take care of the children and no support and other things, and they are on the street, they are in the ghetto. There is no way they
Wait,
can be able.
Joanna, hold it there. Let me ask this question. You said buy the child. How do they buy the child?
Yeah, that's a girl. Whenever I ask them, I say, boy, right now you are in the ghetto. And at the end
Mhm.
of the day, you don't have family that you can go hope on to say, oh, I can go back to my family if I get pregnant. So if you get pregnant at the end of the day, what can you do? She said, oh, so if we get pregnant in the ghetto, yeah, we can go to the hospital, we leave our children there and run away. So my people can come to us, talk to us, we give them our child, and then give us small thing, and we go and move on with life because we don't have place to keep the child and we don't have the facility to take care of that child. So
So
like
do they
next
follow
month
up?
from the first to the 20th, I will
Mhm.
be dealing with these pregnant women then and these girls then on the street. I'll be conducting a workshop or training when they can come out and because I'm in Vard radio station. When they can come out, we conduct a training and for like people to know what is happening within their life. So that self will be explaining their story, their challenges and other things.
I would really like to hear some of those stories. But the question here is when they give those children out, is it, uh, I mean, do they do follow up on the children? Who
Oh, you
taking
don't
the
even know the
children?
person that came for the child.
They don't know?
You don't know the person. Someone just come, oh, that baby is beautiful. And someone they can tell me, hey, I will do a recording and send it to you. After we finish talking, so I really like this guy, other things. So, oh, if you're interested in other things, oh, mama, you can take the child like your child. So if you gave me 50, you gave me 100, you will take the child.
Oh
They don't
my.
really care about the children.
Oh, this is so sad because how my God.
If you just I don't post some of the photos on Facebook of the ghetto, but if you see where these girls think can sleep, these guys think can sleep, there is no child can sleep there. The place dirty, the place think majority of them sick there. And the judge don't even have food to eat before you will be able to breastfeed the child. So there is no way a girl from the ghetto will get pregnant and you expect her to take care of that child. She always giving that child out. Majority of them, some of them will run away with the child in the hospital, some of them will give the child out to people out of the community. So at the end of the day, if the child turn big, you will not be able to recognize your child or who carry your child and other things. So these are some of the problems they are facing within the ghetto.
So do they do any paperwork when they're taking these babies away?
No, no
Is there any
paper,
paper?
no paperwork. I have a child, and despite my condition, I don't want my child to suffer in the ghetto.
Yeah, I
So,
understand that.
and
Yeah, so
that's
people
not, I
just
don't want my child to suffer in the ghetto. And I'm not going to do any paper. If I see anyone that is able to take care of my child, I can
Mm,
give you my child friends. So mama, take care of the child, let the child be for you. Just for me
yeah.
small thing, let me go. I don't care
So
where you coming from or what you doing, where you living,
yeah.
like being or whatsoever thing, because I'm hungry and I don't want the child to die in my hand because I don't even have food for me to eat myself. So and I don't even have water to drink. So at the end of the day, I will give the child to anyone.
So there's no guarantee whether the person is taking this child, whether they are doing trafficking, that you don't know what is really going on.
There is
So
no guarantee
they,
because you don't even know who coming for your child. You not see it as an individual. If for them at the end of the day, you don't even know where that person live, where that person from in Liberia or what.
so they know the clinic, the name of some of the clinics that does these things, because I'm
You
sure they
what?
give birth where they give birth. I believe they give birth at a clinic, and is at that clinic where, or clinic or hospital, is at that place where the person come
Well, I
to
didn't
ask
say
for the
the
child.
hospital because you don't have the money to go to hospital. Some
Mm.
people do delivery in the houses on the street. Some people in the houses. Some people just go and get paper. They do delivery in the house, in the community, and all that. But it's not a hospital. Somebody who have idea to give medicine
Yeah,
and all that,
midwives.
and we get it all over in Liberia. So it's not a hospital or community service.
Hmm.
Almost like a drugstore within Liberia.
Wow. Well, if you are just joining us, we are in studio with the CEO Joetta Foundation, and she's telling us all about the work she does. And so she is working on a pocket, and she's calling on as many goodwill individuals that are out there or organization to partner with her to help this foundation to be able to help the vulnerable or disadvantaged population or the group she serves, and also those disabled group that she's also working with. So whatever, you know, uh, whatever way, in whatever way you can help, you can always reach out to her. Joetta, you want to give us your number? We just tap it under this broadcast, your number. So if someone want to reach out to you, they can call you directly.
Yeah, my WhatsApp number
Mhm.
0776
1 minute.
288.
One minute. Let me. Okay, 077
Six
6
two eight
uh,
eight
288,
288 143.
another 288. You
Zero
got
seven seven six 288
yeah,
143.
143. Okay, the WhatsApp number is 0776 288 143, and it's Joetta.
And I want to say this openly to everyone who is watching
Mm-hmm.
in and out of Liberia. Whenever you see an individual within Liberia coming up to talk about the challenges the youth within Liberia is facing, the challenges the disabled people is facing, what are some of the things the citizens of Liberia is
Mm-hmm.
facing, the challenges and other things, it doesn't mean that they are speaking against the government or they want to talk for the government. We as a citizen within Liberia, we have our right to say things that is not working, that is happening to all our circumstances, our disabled, our disadvantaged youth is facing. So it's not something that we are doing to say, oh, the government is not working or we are speaking against the government. Or it's not everyone that want to help within Liberia to reach out to people, meaning that they have political career or political ambitions. No, people have the gift and talent in them. So most of the time, people misunderstand my vision. We all as a citizen, we have our right to reach out to our people, because some people don't have the opportunity to go on radio station to pay money. Some people don't have the opportunity to go on Facebook Live to save. Not everybody has room within Liberia. So we as a young generation coming up, we decide to reach to our people within our community, within our district, to know what is happening in their life and other things, what are some of the problems they are facing. So it's not all about speaking against or speaking for or speaking against politicians. We are talking about human being as an individual.
That's right. That's right. Most of the time but by the time you start to talk about the ills in society, there are some people that don't understand what this is all about, and they think that you want to be political in the process. We are talking
Yeah.
about humanity, and we are talking about the help that you can give. If we can only teach these people how to fish, you don't have to give them fish.
Yes.
If they can this group of youthful population, if they can have a way to earn income for themselves, it's going to do good for the nation. Not only that, but if they can be properly um
Taking care of.
yes, properly rehabilitated, because in the condition in which they find themselves, they need all the medical care, they need empowerment, they need everything. So let's start from the little, from what we have. Let's start. They say when you scratch, how the adage go, when somebody is scratching your back, you scratch your front or something like that. She is doing the little that she can do right now. And so the government, or those in the appropriate government agency, or at a particular place in the nation that can be of help to this foundation, or even you can join the voices that are out there that are speaking for help to come to this one. It will go a very, very long way. Together we can accomplish this this particular task that we want to accomplish. She is doing her part, the government is doing their part, or the people out there, well-meaning individuals and organizations out there, they play in their part, and Liberia becomes safe. Because right now, because of this vulnerable population, there are limitations that are placed on people, that when you go out, you're afraid to come home at a particular time, because you don't want anybody to attack you. And
Yeah.
because people are hooked on drugs, and they find a way to support the habit. So in order to do that, they do some stuff that is not, that is not okay, that is not right. But if we can try in the little way we can to help these one transformed, it will help the nation. It will boost the income of, or the revenue income of the nation, because they'll be working as well, and they'll be paying taxes. So we are calling on every well-meaning Liberian to do what the law is laying on your heart to do, to be able to help your brother. The word of God says we should be our brother's keeper. So
And
we,
another thing,
yeah, go ahead.
most of the time, people always saying when you take these guys then from the ghetto and take them to the rehab center, they always run away from it. To be sincere with you, like as someone 45 or 32, you take me and carry me in a compound where you only feed me in the morning, feed me in the evening, I'm there. You are not giving me any trade. You are not making me to do any work to keep me active, to keep me comfortable there. Some of the
Mm,
rehab center you go to, there is no television. Some of the rehab center you go, there is no light, there is no current. So it's almost like you are putting the person in rubbish. When you're taking
mm,
somebody from the ghetto and you want to keep them somewhere to live jobs, you have to create a system where you can be able to give them training every day, to
yeah.
conduct a workshop, conduct a training. If you are mechanic, you be able to teach him. If you are electrician, everybody have different talent. But if you go and put me in house 24 hours later I sleep, wake up, later and sleep, wake up, I will feel like my life is in jail. I will be able to even leave that rehab center. So most of the time, the reason why you see people leave the rehab center because there is nothing to keep them busy, there's nothing to keep them active, there is nothing that will encourage you to be in a rehab center. So
That's
when
right.
you take somebody from the ghetto, you should be able to conduct training all of the time. Counselor need to go there, pastor need to go there, other people need to go there to encourage them for them to get hope to say, oh, I'm getting somewhere. But you cannot keep a grown-up man or woman in a rehab center for money to net and only feed them. It's impossible for that person to stay there. So you got to put system in place.
Amen. You know, rehabilitation is very, very important. That's why you have to have a holistic approach, and I believe that is what is, that is what should be done. So those that are into, I had a call coming in. I mistakenly uh hold on. Hello, hello. Yeah, you are live. You want to make your contribution? Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So my name is Moses Goy, and I'm calling from Liberia.
Yeah.
And what is on my mind this morning concerns area of food security in Liberia. First, the issue of rice has really been a serious issue in this country, and it's something that is very, very serious right now in this country. But my concern is, why do we have the Ministry of Agriculture in this country? What is the function of the Ministry of Agriculture? What is the government doing to make sure that Liberia will be able to produce rice, since that is our stable food, and don't depend on food, rice that will come from our country?
Okay.
It's so frustrating to see a country, a whole country like ours, to be dependent from outside before we can eat. Government needs to do something, but also we as citizens ourselves need to get involved. The town that I'm living in right now in Riverside, only 2 farms in the whole town. How can the whole town live on 2 farms? The rest that you cannot even harvest for more than 2 weeks. We as citizens, we need to be serious. If we're not serious, the government will not take us serious. So food security is my major concern right now in Riverside as we speak. I got a farm here yesterday. I was there, and we had 52 persons on that farm. Today, I got information that 78 is on that farm right now harvesting rice. Wow. What can central government do? Yes. You know, with the kind of vast forest that we have in this country, why do we have the Ministry of Agriculture in the first place? The only time you hear about Ministry of Agriculture when they go into Firestone or St. Darby or to LAC to regulate the people rubber plantation and their palm plantation. But they're not thinking about food security for our own country. Why should we have the Ministry of Agriculture here if they're not ready to secure food for this country? That is my major concern right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Moses. Thank you for joining us and telling all what is on your mind. Yeah, that was our caller, and he is talking about food security. Like you were saying earlier, you talk about the orphanages that they lack food and all that. So if we had like our own, a farm, like a government farm, where the Ministry of Agriculture is in control and they are producing rice, and not just a handful of rice, but something that can feed us, we won't have this kind of situation on hand. So that was his concern. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't like example, you cannot take a medical doctor because there is no hospital, there is no job in Liberia because he is your friend. you take into Ministry of Agriculture to work there. What do you expect from him? People
People
in
are wrongly
Liberia
placed.
are getting job that is not what they do in school. People is getting job in Liberia because of connection and other things. If you want to work at Ministry of Agriculture, you should get the passion. Because if you get the passion there, when you administer agriculture, you will put system in place. But if you check most of the ministry and other things, people is getting work on connection and other things. So one of the problems there.
Thank you, Joanna.
And we don't even have
yes.
road. We don't even have road within in Liberia, all of our countries. You don't have road. Rainy season, you go in there, your car going to hitch in the mud and other things. There is no hospital in the Liberia country and other things. So if you go in there to create a farm and other things, if you get sick, where are you going to go? People going to rush you to Monrovia. Before you get to Monrovia, you're going to die. So if you want to create farm and other things in Liberia, we have to first focus on our road. When we get good in the Liberia country and other things, then we start to open offices in the Liberia country, Ministry of Agriculture offices in the Liberia country. Then we start doing a land research and other things. Then we start doing partnership with other people in the community to see how best we can create a farm and other things. That is the reason why people be employed within that country. But there is no road in Liberia. In the Liberia country, there is no hospital. I cannot leave Monrovia. I want to create a farm in Sano County. But when I look at Sunday County, there is no network. I have to go in another time to make a phone call. There is no calling. There is no hospital. So if I'm going there, I'm endangering my life. When I'm get sick, before you bring me to Monrovia, I'll already die on the road. If something happening to me, I need to communicate. There is no network. So we need to put system in place so we'll be able to target our problem and our other things within Liberia. Most of the country, there is no network there. There is no current. There is no road. There is no hospital. So who will be able to leave Monrovia that have passions to go live in a Liberia country? These are the reason we're having challenges when it comes to agriculture within Liberia, because if you cannot do agriculture in Monrovia, there is no space.
We are on live this morning on Highlights, and you are listening to the voice of the CEO of Joanna Foundation. So we have so much to say, but our time is fast spent. We were supposed to be here for 30 minutes and we have gone like 37 minutes. Nevertheless, Joanna is not a stranger, and we have to bring her back, and we want to do follow up with the workshop you talk about concerning the girls and stuff. We want to do follow up because this is something I'm passionate about, especially when it comes to the young people and when it comes to the gender of women. So we're going to be following up and see how far they have gone and what they are doing and the impact in the corner, and how we can continue with the awareness so that others can join and make this, give it a greater impact. So you are watching Highlights this morning, a presentation by the Fortified City Ministries. And I want to give Joanna the opportunity to just give her closing remarks or closing statement before we sign up this morning. Joanna?
Okay. I want to say thank you for inviting me to this broadcast, and I want to say thank you for everyone that is watching in and out of Liberia. To do our NGO work is not an easy thing, but we are asking everybody within and out of Liberia, let us be able to recognize this very orphanage home, this very deaf and dumb center, to be able to be a help to them. Not everybody is getting that you want to be a politician. And even if you are a CDC or you are a part of the winning party, whenever people is there talking about what challenges we are facing, let us please talk as a Liberian, as a citizen. We shouldn't take this politics in this country to be too personal, because there's one of the challenges I'm facing. People always feel that I'm speaking against the government, but I'm not. I'm talking as as a citizen within Liberia. It's not about against the government. We are Liberians and will always be. God forbid something happen within Liberia, we are not going to talk about are you a sedition or United Party. Right now, we
No,
don't have rest in Liberia. Everybody's suffering it. So Liberia is everybody business.
exactly.
Yes.
Liberia is everybody's business. The issue about the disadvantaged youth is everybody's business. Because whatever happened to your brother, indirectly it is happening to you. So in whatever way you are able to help, join the campaign for a better community and a better Liberia. So join Joetta Foundation and every other group that is out there that is making it possible for the voice of the young people to be heard so that change can come. The population of Liberia, it's is a youthful population, and if they are in crisis, imagine what will happen in the next 10 years if they don't have the proper foundation and they are not properly skilled. Then imagine where this nation is going. So in whatever way you can help, I encourage you to do so. God bless you, and we will be back here on next week Wednesday for another edition of Highlights. Right after this program, we have another youthful program coming on, and that program will be presented by the Ambassador Lawrence Deyuga, and he will be bringing also young ladies to talk about issues that are affecting young ladies or young women in Liberia. I want you to stay tuned to 45 City. Lots and lots that is about to, unfold as a concern, the broadcasting of these different issues that need to be heard. So we want to say thank you for watching us, and I'm your host, Pastor Patience, and I will be here. Thank you so much, Joetta. We have not completed this interview or this discussion. Today is just part one, and we will continue with another edition very, very soon. You will see our flyers up. Follow us on 45 City TV. God bless you, and we will see again. Please continue to share the video, continue to make your comments, and like it, and we will bring you more content. God bless you.